Found a fish!
Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldis and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show. Friday Night Flies. Well, Scotty just tied up a beautiful salmon fly, and I figured I'm gonna do something similar. A pink salmon fly. Because for you that don't know, every odd year we get one of the best pink salmon runs known to man. There are so many pink salmon in the rivers surrounding Squamish that they literally bump into your legs. You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Scotty? Yes, it's amazing. I mean, it's almost work putting in a full day doing that. But anyhow, today we've got this great fly. It's similar to the one that I did a couple weeks ago called Mr. Pinky. The difference here is that it really shows the features on this fly, which I think are very important. Yeah. And there's a lot of different varieties. I've used them in pink, I've used them in white, I've used them... See, that one's got the chartreuse. This one's got the pink dubbing in the body. I don't know, does that show it okay?
Yep.
Are we downtown here right now? Down the bottom camera? Yeah, let's go down. Let's go down. I'm going to talk a little bit about this. But anyhow, so there's your pink with a pink wing and a white tail. Pretty sexy stuff. And then this is just your traditional white all the way across. If you're going to be fishing this, I know a lot of people use these as an egg and eye. Early season when salmon fries start emerging from their from the reds, from the spawning grounds. This is a very lethal pattern that time of year too. So that is pretty well right now or just behind us. And then you've got sockeye. They're going to be emerging from their beds here any day. So this is another very good pattern for early season fry. So we're going to get right to it. Since it's a fairly easy pattern, we should be able to pound this one out fairly quick for you. So we start off with a size 10 salmon hook. Get that beauty out of there.
Yeah, I've done the same with my pig patterns and have jumped to a salmon hook after straightening a few hooks out last year.
I mean, there's so many different varieties and hooks and stuff, but you definitely want to have that heavier shank when it comes to salmon, because they will destroy the trout hook. So here we go. You want to lock that guy down. I'm using black uni thread, and you just want to give it something, a little bit of a base on that hook, just to anchor all these other materials down to. Take your very sharp scissors, cut that tail end off, and at this point we're going to go to work with the craft fur. I'm just going to make sure. See, the thing is I wasn't able to show you this prior, but when you rotate this beautiful new vise set we have from Griffin, it shows you that it's got an open eye here. So you want to make sure that this is closed, wrap a few wraps around it, that way it doesn't open up on you when you're using your heavier pound line for salmon. To the back, and now I'm going to go to work here with the craft fur. So craft fur comes in these big sheets. It's relatively inexpensive. I got this one, I believe, was at Michael's in Vancouver, or in Langley. So, I mean, there's lots of different craft stores. Typically, these patterns, the egg and eye is tied with bucktail, which, I mean, you go through these things when you're salmon fishing, pretty quick.
Pretty expensive.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you get into these nice UV colors.
I think last year we each went through probably 2 bucktail capes.
Oh,
just in the pink season.
Easy. Yeah, you go through them real quick. So with the craft fur, it's an inexpensive alternative to these. Hold on, sorry about that. It's suspected spam. Of course it is. So you've got this craft fur. Get rid of a few of the lengthy guys. I need to sign some of those documents too, Melissa.
Okay, well I have 4 kids in the van.
Anyhow, it's nice that my wife comes in to join us here.
Yeah, at least I didn't bring the 4 kids in here. Okay?
Good call. Good call. Touche. Okay, so we got this tail. We're just going to tie her in the back end here. Yeah, she's a busy store today, guys. And you know what I'm also going to talk about is we just actually finished getting all our new fly tying supplies. So you don't want to go too heavy on the tail. Pink, and now I'm going to show you another little trick here with this new rotary vise that I've been doing. So we've got this diamond braid, large in silver, round diamond braid. Laid on the back, and I've been tying it up on the top just to bulk it up a little bit. Pretty straightforward stuff. Lock it down all the way back to the tail. That point, just kind of smooth it out a little bit. Roll it all the way back up to the front. Let that thing hang there for a half second. I'm going to do a little quick whip finish off the head. Man, we are one busy store today. There are so many people coming through that door.
That nice weather today.
Yeah, it is.
Getting everybody out and about.
So, anyhow, we've got this beautiful bobbin holder. Lay that thread.
Out while you set that up so we can see what.
Yeah, you can. There. Yeah, if you want to go back up the top, will that show it?
Yep.
I hope it does.
It, yeah.
Okay, so we got this beautiful bobbin holder. I'm just laying it over top of there. And we've got this beautiful rotary vise now. Thank you, Griffin. We've got this. And all I'm going to do is do the old rotary vise here. And you can see, like, if I really
just
wanted to...
lays it on there.
Perfect. Perfectly. There's no twist in that braid at all.
That's the nice part about it. When you're doing the hand over fist, it twists things up.
Get out of here! So anyhow, I hope we're showcasing these new vices and doing them justice. But anyhow, we're just showing you a few little tricks. Maybe it's time for you to upgrade your vise. And then you guys can do all this fancy stuff.
Yeah, rotaries aren't just for tube flies and big intruders.
Man, I tell you, I'm learning as I'm going. There's all these new little tricks and trades. And anyhow, so we're going to take that little tray. We're going to get it out of the way because it's we got a camera that's sitting right there. Are we back on the bottom camera? So, we lock this guy down. Lock her down. At this point, we're going to put a little diamond dub. Here, you want it here. If you can just bring, how many things do I have to sign?
I think it's just these.
All right, well, just, if you just give me 2 minutes here, I'm just going to be.
Yeah, I don't think you want this on TV.
It's tax time. It's tax time. My wife's trying to get our taxes off to the accountant. So anyhow, we've got our hackle plier here. I'm gonna lay that off. Our hackle tool.
Double loop.
Okay, at that point, I'm gonna go over here, swap over. I'm gonna show you this beautiful little tray. See this tray? You can tie them in pink, you can tie them in this orange, you can tie them in this chartreuse, you can tie them in the orange down here too. There's a whole bunch of them. So right now, what we're going to tie it in is the chartreuse.
That's that fancy Superfly diamond braid?
Diamond dub.
Diamond dub?
Diamond dub. So the trick that I found with this one is that if you put it in fairly thick at the head, you just ball it on there quick and heavy in a loop, and you see I've only got about just over a thumb width. That's it, thumb width, fairly heavy. You push it up in there, and I don't know what that is hanging out inside there, and then we're going to spin this guy up and I'm going to show you here. Thumb width. And if you got small fingers or small thumbs,
thumb and a half.
A thumb and a half, because these are big thumbs. And no, it's not from sitting on them all day. So we're spinning this dubbing up. I still need to get one of those spinner thingers. What do they call those things, Scotty?
Super duper.
The super duper dubber spinner?
Spinner, I don't know.
I know, Zach.
He's one of these guys.
Do we still have? Oh, man, yeah, we got it sitting on the shelf here. So anyhow, we're putting it on heavy here. So now we got her good and spun up. I'm going to work back just a little bit. And as it bulks up, I rolled over the front. Bulk it back up this way. And you see, once you get it completely on there and the dubbing loop runs out of its juice, you bring her back over to the front. Give it a couple twists there. And then we take our line, go around it, lock it in a couple times. Then you can cut that dubbing loop off. And we are getting very close to being done this fly. And my wife can be on her merry way to the accountant.
There you go. So yeah, you created a nice big egg ball.
Okay, so I'm going to pull that back just a little bit. Okie dokie. So, man, you can probably fish it like that, but it's going to work a whole lot better if you put the wing on there. So we go back to our chunk of craft fur. You take a big chunk like that, because when you get that wing on there, you got to get this heavy stuff. You see all this stuff in the bottom? You're just going to actually, I'll just pull it out in front of you and I'll probably end up wearing half of it. But you just want to pull all that out of there. See what happens? And then you get a nice sparse wing. Just like that. So you get it to the length you want. Pinch it in the other hand. Leave yourself just a bit to tie it in on the head. Hold it over. And we're going to do the old pinch and slip through maneuver. Just like so. Lock that down. There's your wing. Pretty quick. Super simple. And then we're going to take this Flashaboo accent in chartreuse. I already had a chunk prepped here for us. And I mean, if my wife wasn't standing here watching right now, I'd probably take a little bit more time and probably crack a few more jokes, but I don't think my wife would laugh right now since she's standing there waiting patiently.
I'm not paying attention.
Same thing, pinch, slide it down through your fingers, all up on top. At that point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this off, give it a nice, beautiful, sleek black head. Cut that water. Man,
bingo.
How's that looking, cameraman?
Done.
At that point, you can kind of clean a little bit of this excess pink stuff off. You do not want to cut your thread at this point. Take your whip finishing tool. Whip finish that sucker. Is there anything else we can talk about here, Scott, while my wife's waiting?
Oh, I'm not concerned. There's 4 kids in the van.
I know, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. Okay, so...
Can I say that again?
Oh, these days, they only care if you leave your dog in there.
Yeah, it's only, yeah, if the windows are up. That's only if your windows are
If
up.
the windows are up.
Okay, so at that point, a little dab of head cement will do, just on top, because we are fishing for Pacific salmon with this.
Toothy critters.
Toothy, very toothy. And I definitely left with a few scars from last or 2 years ago. At that point, you can bug it out, or you can just leave it the way it is right here. Simple. If you choose to bug it out, you just grab a little bit of that, pull it out, throw it down the body. Changes it completely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gives it a little bit more shimmer.
Spin there. Nice.
Slow-mo. Slow-mo.
Nice,
See,
sleek little pattern. I know it looks really big because we got it zoomed right in, but this is a nice...
Yeah, it's only about maybe an inch long.
Nice small streamer.
Yeah. Anyhow, we're going to wrap that up. Let's go back up top here. Thank you for watching today. We'd also like to thank Griffin for donating this fabulous fly tying vise. This thing is state of the art, and if you guys are looking for new vise, definitely check them out. I believe they sell them at a few different locations. You can buy them online. Either that, visit griffinvices.com, or is it griffin.com?
I think it's griffin.com.
Griffin.com. Anyhow, we'll get that one figured out for the next show. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of the show.